Hey there, and welcome to the Daily Manchester United News Show. Let's dive into today's top stories. Man United starlet Hannibal Mejbri's loan transfer put on hold. Manchester United midfielder Hannibal Mejbri's loan move is on hold at the moment due to the club's injury concerns and the recent departure of Donny van de Beek, as reported by Daily Mail. Hannibal has generated loan interest from Sevilla, Olympique Lyon and Freiburg. He is ready to ditch Africa Cup of Nations participation to concentrate on his club career. The 20-year-old has featured 9 times in all competitions this season and has scored 1 goal. His current deal with Man United will expire at the end of the season. Hannibal spent last campaign on loan at Birmingham City. He did not waste the opportunity to shine, and Tanhaag opted to keep him as part of the senior squad. However, he has played merely 327 minutes of football this term. Most of his appearances have come from the bench. Hannibal has shown that he is a hard-working young player. Tanhaag wants his players to work very hard off the ball, and this is a quality possessed by the starlet. There are plenty of aspects of the game that he must improve if he wants to play consistently at Old Trafford. His technique is outstanding, but he needs to improve his vision with the ball. A central midfielder at United must be creative. Only by playing regularly can Hannibal develop an eye for the pass. Van de Beek's loan departure might make United cautious, but they have a big pool of midfielders to pick from. Bruno Fernandes, Scott McTominay, Christian Eriksen, Casemiro, and Kobe Mainoo are ahead of Hannibal in the pecking order. Add on them Mason Mount, who he and Casemiro are also scheduled to return from their injuries this month. Nice want to sign Manchester United attacker Facundo Pellistri on loan in January. Ligue 1 club Nice are keen on signing Manchester United attacking midfielder Facundo Pellistri on loan during the January transfer window, according to the Athletic journalist David Ornstein. The Uruguayan international has struggled for regular playing time this term, with 3 starts to his name across all competitions. The 22-year-old has made 10 appearances off the bench for the Red Devils and could be open to going where he can play regularly ahead of Copa America in the summer. Sir Jim Ratcliffe owned Nice are monitoring his situation, and manager Erik Tanhaag could be open to his temporary exit if Man United sign another forward this month. Ornstein said the following: I understand there is loan interest in Facundo Pellistri, for example, from Nice and a number of clubs, but that doesn't do a great deal for their finances, but it creates a bit of space in the squad. Described as spectacular by his international teammate and Barcelona defender Ronald Araujo, Pellistri is a talented player, but a lack of a frequent run of games has hindered his progress. He spent 18 months on loan in La Liga with Alaves before finally making his debut for Man United in January 2023, after more than 2 years of joining them. The attacker moved to the Old Trafford club from Uruguayan Primera Division club Penarol in October 2020 and still dreams of establishing himself as a key player for the side. However, another loan exit may be necessary before he can start emulating his fellow South American Alejandro Garnacho. Pellistri spent last term at Man United but was limited to 10 games across all competitions with just an assist to his name. Tanhaag decided to keep him at the club despite interest from several sides during the summer transfer window. The Uruguayan received interest from more than a dozen clubs, but the manager held talks with him and told him he wanted him to continue his development at Old Trafford rather than on loan elsewhere. The plan could change this month, and it will be interesting to see where Pellistri spends the second half of the season. Very concrete possibility that Man United star moves to Saudi club in 2024. The future of Rafael Varane at Man United is uncertain, but one transfer expert believes a move to Saudi Arabia is a very concrete possibility. The French defender has been out of favor with Eric Tanhaag for most of the season, but has recently worked his way back into the Man United starting 11. That has not stopped rumors regarding the defender's future, and Bennett Jacobs has reported that people close to Varane have downplayed a Saudi move in 2024, but deal makers still think he is a very concrete possibility. The transfer expert has named Al Ittihad and Al Nasser as two clubs with an interest in the Man United player, which could see things get interesting next summer. Varane has a contract at Old Trafford until 2025, but Man United will not be activating his year extension, according to multiple sources, which includes Ben Jacobs. The defender's future at Man United seems very complicated, but all this noise surrounding the centre back hints that his future lies away from Old Trafford. Manchester United in talks with Borussia Dortmund over Sancho loan deal. Manchester United are locked in talks with Borussia Dortmund over a potential loan deal for Jadon Sancho. Florian Plattenberg reports the German outfit are eager to strike an agreement that would see Sancho return to Signal Iduna Park on a temporary 6-month deal. The England international has been exiled from United's first team since a public fallout with the manager Erik ten Hag in September. After failing to apologize to the Dutch tactician, the fractured relationship between the pair has become irreparable, and something has to give this January. Ten Hag banished Sancho from using the first team facilities to protect the squad harmony, and the future of the Englishman has been in limbo ever since. The Sancho Tanhaag saga is poised to reach its climax this January, with several clubs lining up to take the ex-Manchester City man away from Old Trafford. Dortmund have established themselves as the frontrunners in the race to secure Sancho's signature, but the finances involved in the deal will determine the feasibility of the transfer. Sancho is one of the major earners at United, so the Red Devils would be more than happy to throw him to the curb to salvage their dwindling financial situation. However, in addition to Sancho's eye-watering wages, United will require a substantial transfer fee to sanction a mid-season exit for the 23-year-old. Dortmund cannot boast such financial backing and would rather take their former superstar on a temporary deal, but it remains to be seen if United would be open to the idea. They may have to cover a significant portion of Sancho's wages, or the player himself may have to agree to a substantial pay cut to facilitate a Dortmund reunion. Barcelona and Juventus are the other clubs rumored to be interested in taking Sancho off United's hands, but the pair are struggling with financial difficulties of their own. Saudi Arabia has long been touted as a possible destination, but Sancho has shown a reluctance to road a Middle East move, despite the potential for a mega money payday. Erik ten Hag wants his veto power over all transfers to continue under Ineos. Manchester United manager Erik ten Hag wants to have the final say on the transfer business once Sir Jim Ratcliffe's minority investment in the club is approved. The Dutchman was promised a veto on all transfers when he was hired in 2022. According to ESPN, the veto is written into Ten Hag's contract, and he expects the clause to be honored despite a change of personnel at the top of the football department. The Red Devils announced last week that Ratcliffe and his Ineos partners have agreed to a £1.3 billion investment in the club. Ten Hag has overseen 3 transfer windows during his tenure at United. We ranked all the 16 arrivals under his watch, and most of them proved to be below average. Lisandro Martinez, Casemiro, and Christian Eriksen were the only 3 players deemed good enough. Rasmus Højlund and Andre Onana can hopefully join the above list, but their inconsistent start to the season has not helped the Dutchman. One of the biggest mistakes Tanhaag has made is signing Antony from Ajax in a deal worth around £85 million. The Brazilian attacker has featured 21 times in this campaign and has yet to score or assist. Tanhaag should have some authority over the transfers. Being the manager, he must have a powerful voice over the players he wants to coach. However, Ratcliffe wants to restructure the football operations at United. It's yet to be seen if they can take away the veto power from Ten Hag, which is mentioned in his contract. Man United activate break clause in Sergio Reguilon loan deal. Manchester United have decided to terminate Sergio Reguilon's loan deal, according to the Athletic reporter David Ornstein. The Spanish left-back is set to return to Tottenham Hotspur after United triggered a break clause in his loan contract, cutting short his temporary stint at Old Trafford. United landed Reguilon's signature on a season-long loan following injuries to Luke Shaw and Tyrell Malacia. The defensive injury crisis left United without a recognized left-back option, forcing Erik ten Hag to deploy Diogo Dalot in the role. While the Portugal international provided adequate cover, United were desperate to land a recognized left-back and had several names on their wish list during the summer transfer window. Chelsea's Marco Correa was top of the shortlist, but a deal failed to materialize, opening the door for Reguilon's swoop, with Spurs more than willing to cut the Spaniard loose. The 27-year-old made 12 appearances across all competitions for United, creating one big chance in the Premier League while winning 54% of his total duels. United have now decided to call time on his Old Trafford adventure, with Shaw back to fitness and Malacia nearing a return to action. Considering Shaw is injury prone and there are no guarantees, Malacia will deliver the goods consistently. Releasing Reguilon may turn out to be yet another poor decision in United's archive. Shaw spent the early part of the season sidelined with a muscle injury, but recently returned before missing the last two games with a minor niggle. Sufyan Amrabat has also occasionally been deployed at left back, but it hasn't worked out for obvious reasons. Sanctioning Reguilon's departure leaves just Dalot and Aaron Wan-Bissaka, who has also endured a fair share of injury problems this season, as United's fullback options. There is still a long way to go this season. Depleting an already weakened squad in dire need of reinforcement isn't the best idea, given United will need all the help they can get to rescue a disappointing campaign. Manchester United considering approach for Ederson. Manchester United are evaluating a move for Atalanta midfielder Ederson as Erik ten Hag seeks reinforcement in the center of the pitch. Thiago Fernandes, contends scouts from Old Trafford consider the 24-year-old a promising target, with United officials having already made contact with the player's representatives. Fernandes believes United are considering an approach for Ederson in the January window. The Brazilian midfielder joined the Serie A side in the summer of 2022, having arrived in Italy at Salernitana in January of the same year. It speaks to the reputation Ederson quickly forged for himself in Italy that Atalanta moved to secure his services so quickly after relocating from Brazil. The 24-year-old is a strong defensive presence in central midfield, an area United have looked consistently weak this season. He ranks 95th percentile for blocks, 86th for interceptions, and 80th for tackles. These off-the-ball attributes are complemented by a potent goal threat. 82nd percentile for non-penalty XG and reasonable ability on the ball, 73rd percentile for progressive passes, and 83rd for successful take-ons. 5 goals last season underscores this attacking threat. Fernandez reveals Ederson is excited about the possibility of moving to Old Trafford as he looks set to continue his meteoric rise in European football. Furthermore, United have forged a positive relationship with Atalanta, having previously agreed deals for both Rasmus Højlund and Amad Diallo in the last few years. The premium price United paid for both players, a potential £72 million for Højlund and £37 million for Amad, makes it likely the Italian side would once again ask for a hefty fee for Ederson. Perhaps it's easy to build friendships with clubs willing to bow to your every demand. Given the current constraints United are facing courtesy of financial fair play regulations, however, an expansive move in January appears unlikely without a profitable departure first. Liverpool and Man United leading race for major Bayern München star with 367 appearances for German giants. The future of Joshua Kimmich at Bayern München is uncertain, and it's being reported that Premier League giants Liverpool and Man United are leading the race for the German international. According to us, Liverpool and Man United are the two front-runners should the 28-year-old decide to leave the Allianz Arena this summer, with the English duo set to face competition from Barcelona. The report highlights the changed landscape in Munich from the one in which Kimmich extended his deal in 2021. His commitment was overseen by then CEO Oliver Kahn and director Hassan Salihamidzic, both of whom are no longer with the Bavarian outfit. The rumors of the midfielder's exit also stem from the fact that the German star is out of contract with the Bundesliga champions in the summer of 2025, which means the summer would be the ideal time to sell the player if he doesn't sign a new deal. Kimmich has been one of the best midfielders in Europe in recent years and would be an incredible addition to both Premier League clubs who require a new number 6. It's still uncertain if the midfielder is open to a move away from Germany, but having won everything there is to win at Bayern, the German star may like to try a new challenge. Jurgen Klopp could play a big factor in a potential race for the Bayern München player, as the addition of Kimmich to the Reds midfield would be a big worry for the rest of the Premier League. As we wrap up today's Manchester United news, remember to stay tuned for daily updates right here on the channel. Don't miss out on the latest updates, so make sure to hit that subscribe button and give us a like if you found this information valuable. Your support means the world to us. Thanks for watching, and until next time, take care.